Okay, I think now we're live. Yes, now I think I'm live. So sorry guys for the delay. We had a couple of technical issues here, but I think now it works. And yeah, let's start. Let's directly start with the Q&A for NAGA Virtual. It's been a while. I'm André, presenting here all the new changes, all the new updates of NAGA Virtual, and I'm happy that you joined. It's a bit late, but nevertheless, exciting news for the platform. So stay with me for the next 15, 20 minutes. I try to keep it short and precise. And afterwards, after my agenda, we go through your questions and we'll answer them as soon as possible. So we did quite a lot in the recent, in the last 2 months, and I want to point out that we did a very successful rebranding. This is basically a big thing. So I'm starting to talk about what happened and what will happen and what's currently happening. So just so you know, in NAGA Virtual. And the rebranding is a big part and was a big part of the changes. So basically, we were talking internally, and we wanted to change the platform from the infancy, let's say, status to, let's say, a more grown up to, let's say, teenage years in platform terms. And so it looks far better in my opinion. It looks more serious. It looks like an exchange for virtual goods. And what we have decided is to put, let's say, red, blue, and also dark colors in front. So it's our, let's say, new theme of the whole platform. And not only that, we improved the responsiveness. We listened to you guys. You helped us a lot during the closed beta in the beginning of April. Yes, so thank you a lot for the responses. We have several hundred responses for the survey. And you also appreciated our changes for the FAQs. We have the new FAQs. We have the new quick start guide, which really leads you through the ways through all the platform and supports your actions. And we have these great improvements. And not only that, we have not only the visual improvements, but we have also the performance improvements in the backend. And the system is getting bigger and bigger and more complex. And I can tell you that we are building this completely from the scratch, everything. So all the logic, everything, what we are using is really done from zero. And with all our efforts and with a crazy team effort with the team in Sarajevo, they're doing crazy good job here, and really 150% for the platform. And it's really nice to see how it grows up. And we have improved during the closed beta a lot, thanks to you. And then started, of course, the rebranding and the new visual message of NAGA Virtual basically changed also from Switex, where Switex was more, let's say, neutral. We are, I would say, more edgy, and we want to be, let's say, the platform for virtual goods trading, and that is very important for us. What is even more important is that this platform fits into the NAGA ecosystem. So as you guys know, we have really exciting products like NAGA Wallet, NAGA Card, NAGA Trader, and these are very, very, let's say, famous products of ours. And these have also certain corporate colors, which we are using across the entire NAGA ecosystem. And that's why we wanted to incorporate these colors also into NAGA Virtual. So it looks, let's say, familiar, and it belongs to the family more. However, we still have the blue color as, let's say, as our, let's say, gaming soul is still there. So it still belongs to that part. And so we did a lot of work here. I hope you can see it. I can see it through your responses. The responses are on Telegram, on Facebook, on through the survey, and thank you for answering the survey, because this has really helped us. The responses are really even far better than for the alpha in December and January. So I see the improvement. You see the improvement. This is far more important, and this is the way we go. very fast, and we move forward on the improvements. The next point is Azubimo game Pettit Chronicles, which is a huge thing, I can tell you, and it was a big headache of ours for the last couple of months, but we solved it. We had to come up with new standards, we had to come up with new communication ways, we had to come up with new also security measures, all the topics of duplication of items, all the topics of what happens if there are lots of edge cases to cover up. And basically we covered up to a lot of these edge cases and a lot of these things which you have to, let's say, completely do from the scratch. And that's what we did together with a crazy amount of effort, but we delivered. We can say that we are the first open, legal, and independent platform who managed to connect an external game to its system. So it has never done before. We can be really proud of this. And this is just a start. So now we have all the standards. Now we have the system running. Now we are just, cleaning up a bit the system of all these runs before, because we had to establish all these ways, establish all these standards. But now we're cleaning up the system so they're even better, and then start integrating more and more from time to time publishers and games. So it's going to be easier and easier. So we have an integration time of 1 day even. That's actually our goal. And the Azubimo game was a challenging thing to do, not only from a technical perspective, but also from the business perspective, and moreover from the legal perspective. Because as you know, Azubimo is a Japanese publisher. They have to, and a big one, actually, top 5 of the mobile game publishers in Japan. They have to follow, of course, the rules and the law there. So we had to create certain, let's say, requirements on the platform only for Japanese users. So there you can see how dynamic our platform is. So we can adjust the platform for countries, for specific publishers, for specific games. So it's pretty crazy. And everyone on the surface sees the same platform. But in the back end, let's say in the background, in the background, there are lots of parts moving. And depending on where you are, or which game you're playing, you may see a different platform with a different content. This is, well, let's say not a different platform, but a different content. And this is the, let's say, a crazy part, what we have achieved, basically to make it super dynamic. And of course, as you know, we support now 5 languages. It is also not a standard for other platforms. And we're constantly improving on, let's say, wording, on translating more and more features. So more and more people can use it. So with the first game, again, crazy achievement. I can tell you, you can be really proud of it. And also as a NAGA community, NAGA member, you can say we are the first ones to connect an external game publisher to such kind of platform. And this is just the first step. What the second step is actually what I'm announcing here is to connect the game Stellacept. So this is the first game in English, which is completely translated into English, so every one of us can play it. Because as of right now, the first game of Azubimo, Pettit Chronicles Online, is actually only for Japanese users. I mean, you could technically play it also as a European resident, but only if you, of course, understand Japanese language. And by the way, only this game has been downloaded on the Android store over 1 million times. And we haven't done any marketing so far, but I will come to this topic later, marketing and events and so forth and so forth. So the second game, as I said, is Stellacept. It has been downloaded, I think, 500,000 times or something like this, also a crazy amount of times. And it will be available in English. And this is already the second game in the pipeline, along other titles, which will come in the next few months. Because we are basically planning a lot of marketing publicity around topic NAGA Virtual. And with that, I come to the topic of events and marketing. As you know from the last video from Ben, there will be huge marketing, or say massive marketing campaign in autumn for our INO. So if you don't know what is the INO, please check out the video from Ben. So this is basically a huge thing. We will invest a lot of money into publicity, into, let's say, market outreach to reach the people. So, and you guys were asking for this quite a long time. And we, of course, listen to you in our community, and we will, of course, do so, but in a planned way, and in a way that is very effective. For example, like our ICO was. So we're doing all the efforts, all the people, crazy amount of people working on this. Cyprus, Germany, Spain, Sarajevo, our IT headquarters, and even far more people. So just to make sure that you know, far more people will join the whole ecosystem, and of course NAGA Virtual will benefit from this. And I think with that, I'll come to also to the NGC integration, which is also a big part for you, or let's say an important part for us. Definitely, just to answer this question, the NGC will be integrated into NAGA Virtual, and you will use it there as a normal currency, so like a NAGA trader. This is the only part right now, it's a bit, let's say, not blurry, because we will have it definitely until the INO, but because other games are in the pipeline, they are more important, let's say, so than the payment method. I think I wrote it somewhere in the Telegram channel. So we prioritize the games integrations over, let's say, payment methods or base currencies, but we will have it definitely until the INO. And there are even far bigger news coming, especially for NAGA Virtual, which I cannot disclose right now, but there are some big things in the background. And we will let you know as soon as it's, let's say, safe. And with that, also, don't forget, not only NGC integration, it's important that NAGA Virtual is integrated in the whole ecosystem of NAGA. So you can use NAGA Wallet, NAGA Card, NAGA Trader in, let's say, one environment, and with a seamless transition from one app to another. So if you trade, for example, in NAGA Virtual, your virtual items, your goods, and then go and, let's say, sell them, use NGC and go to NAGA Trader and trade stocks, for example, of something, I don't know, for Apple stocks, as we say always. Or, or do some other crazy things with your NAGA wallet if you wish so. You have all the possibilities, because what we want to do is basically offering you all the possibilities you can imagine to have online, because then we have the whole ecosystem covering up all the interesting products, financial products, crypto products, virtual goods, and you are completely free to do whatever you like with these things, and that's what we actually want to do to ensure a seamless transition from one app to another. So this is also a big important topic for NAGA Virtual, which becomes then, until INO, I think a big part of this, let's say, whole ecosystem, even far more than we are right now. So just so you know. Then you will also be able to use also your user registration data and all these things which you're using right now for other products, also NAGA Virtual, and all these things will come true. So we unify all these things until, let's say, until the INO, or until the Q4, let's say, this year, all these things, so you can have a really crazy one ecosystem and play around as you wish. And everything is responsible. Everything is responsive, and everything is super fast and nice to use, and where you can have fun with. So this is actually very important for us. The next thing is I wanted to talk about the recent news, for example, for Skins, which is kind of like our competitor. And what happened to Skins is actually a huge hit to their business. So they lose a lot of money with this. So what happened is actually, like 2 weeks ago, you can correct me in the comment section, that Steam forbid Skins to use their bots. So what does it mean? You cannot trade the items let's say, Counter-Strike Global Offensive items on OP skins anymore, or very soon, let's say so, because Steam is closing the accounts of OP skins bots, let's say so. This is a huge hit to OP skins. This is also a huge hit to everyone, to every website who is relying on Steam's API. And as you may remember, I mentioned before, even the very first Q&A, I think, that we do not rely on any third-party API. We are really that stubborn and really that hardcore, I would even say, to build our own API, to build all our own standards. And as I mentioned it before, and I want to emphasize this again, we are the first ones who are doing this, and there is no one out there who did this before or whatever. We're the first ones right now, as far as I know, and I'm really proud of the team effort. I'm really proud of where the platform is right now, but it's only the beginning. It's only the beginning, I can tell you, because now we have the standards, now we have the app, now we go viral. I can promise you that, because now we go to the public, now we have the marketing spendings, which will increase like several hundred times, and also the events on which we are going. And by the way, we're going to the Gamescom. We will be at the Gamescom, so you can visit us directly. You can see that we are really on site, doing the work, getting new publishers and promotion. So we will be also at the Tokyo Game Show again, where we have been last year showing our first prototype version, or let's say proof of concept version of our platform, which was a crazy also effort. But now a completely different context with our super performant platform. It's a completely different story. And so far we have received a lot of really good feedback, also, let's say, from the first European game publishers and even from game publishers over the seas, so from US. So, but we are only starting here. It will definitely increase, and as soon as we have, let's say, the first contracts, the first, let's say, things where we can speak about, I will of course let you know. But things are looking good, and I can assure you that. And the feedback is extremely nice, not like without any validation or so, but we are receiving completely the good feedback from lots of different sources. So I think we're heading into the right direction here. And basically until the end of this year, we will have, I hope, at least 2 mid-sized game publishers, or 1 huge one, maybe even. And of course, a couple of smaller ones. And then we have a lot of different items, different games on NAGA Virtual, and you guys can enjoy it. And we can enjoy it because we enjoy building it. We enjoy creating such a completely revolutionary platform for you. And I can tell you this is a crazy endeavor here, what we are doing, but we will definitely, every one of us will benefit from this immensely important product here. And what else? Game events, Tokyo Game Show, Gamescom, then the marketing spendings, I mentioned this. Then we will have, of course, articles written about NAGA Virtual, and all these things will, of course, increase the user flow, because you're also asking about what about users and all these things. So we will increase, of course, our outreach there. Then I think one of you today asked, what about our game? By the way, we updated our game in the last few weeks, and it seems like it's really a hidden hit among you. And one of you asked if we can put this on the Android store. So that's definitely a really nice suggestion, and we will, let's say, think about this. Why not? I mean, right now we improved this game so far. It is far beyond any proof of concept game. It is a real game, and you can really play it until over the legendary level 130. So just I give you a tip here: just try it out to reach this level, and write your comment or write me on Telegram. And of course, Petit Chronicles, guys, I encourage you to test it out. Even without any Japanese knowledge, it's pretty fun to see how it works. And of course, soon we have the Stella Sept. I will tell you more on this. And yeah, I'll keep you updated. And now I would switch to your questions. Just need to see. So, there is one question regarding the bonus. Okay, so actually, this is a very important question. Some of you asked us, what about the $5 bonus we have promised every closed beta participator? So we are currently, because we had other things, let's say, prioritized other things like, for example, connecting the first game to NAGA Virtual. This stuff, let's say, got a bit in the background, but we still have it. And you will definitely receive it, I think, in the next 2 to 4 weeks, latest. So these $5 bonus for those who helped us a lot during the closed beta. And we have, of course, to check who of you logged in, registered, tested, how long, and all these things. But basically, yeah, we are very thankful to you. And of course, you as the community should receive, let's say, the appreciation from our side. And so we will do it definitely. And email will follow then, of course, soon. So any questions? There you go. Mike Lewis, I missed the NGC integration update. When is this now planned? Okay, so NGC integration is a big topic. Just repeat myself, is a huge topic. It's an important topic for us and of course for you. And we will definitely integrate this, yeah. But let's say not in the next, let's say, 4 weeks or so. It may take longer, but it will be definitely done until the INO, until this huge, massive marketing campaign of ours. So you can definitely use the NGC inside NAGA Virtual. I hope that satisfies you. So you guys are amazing. So many different questions. Okay, I hope you can make a deal with Steam, Sergeant Powder. Yeah, I mean, why not? We are open for this. If they are open for this, of course, we have the technology. They can come to us. Then we have Mike again. How many titles are planned until the end of this year? I can tell you that alone Azubimo has 15 different titles. Couple of them are even for PC, so for desktop PCs, so not only mobile. And they're pretty much open for it that that we have access to all of these games, and we will step by step integrate these games into NAGA Virtual. So alone from Azubimo, we'll have, I think, depends on our, let's say, how fast we are, depends on this, of course, between 5, maybe 7 games, maybe less. It depends also on how huge the game is. And of course, don't forget, we're still, let's say, a smaller team. But during this time, we will grow. And, during this time, we also receive different publishers, other ones, not only in Japan. For example, in Korea, there are some publishers which are interested. In Taiwan, there are also some publishers which are interested. I can, let's say, it here specifically. And from that region, so of course from Europe and US, we have a couple of discussions. But all in all, I hope that we have at least 5 to 7 titles, different games on the platform until the end of this year. Yeah, definitely. And I think this is doable. And it only depends. Yeah, it only depends on time and on how fast we can integrate, because we have the good feedback. We have, let's say, the requests and the requests from game publishers, which we need to satisfy. And this is still a new topic, which we have to also to discuss on the virtual goods and how it works. Does it affect the gameplay? Does it affect the user retention? Does it affect how it's legally solved? And because we have a big, huge legal law firm behind us, and also don't forget we have Deutsche Börse as partner, and of course NAGA as the with all these entities, and which is regulated by, for example, SciSec, and also here in Germany. And all these, let's say, all this influences us to try to be let's say, to comply with the law as the best possible way we can do. And of course, we will do it. And of course, it takes a bit of time. But because we are the first ones, this is our advantage. This is our advantage over all the other competitors who are now failing, basically. Who are now failing because what happened is, you can actually Google this, the Dutch government forbid Steam to trade, or let's say, forbid Steam to trade any virtual good on CSGO and Dota 2 games. And now the whole country cannot trade these items. This is completely forbidden for them. This is crazy because, there is not much basis, or let's say, a lot of things has to be done there, let's say so, on the legal perspective and let's say the regulatory perspective. And we are on it. We are directly on, let's say, on the very edge of these topics, on the very edge of these tasks, and we initiate them even so. And sometimes we ask our law firm regarding, can we do that? Can we do this? And they even are, guys, you're completely the first ones who are doing this. So we have to integrate a lot of people here to really get an opinion which stands there, which is also, valuable, usable. Then Matrix Dweller, will there be fees for sending NAGA in out of NAGA Wallet and NAGA Virtual? So right now, I mean, the fees, what kind of fees do you mean on NAGA Virtual? Maybe I should emphasize this again. When you use, let's say, NAGA coins, NGC on NAGA Virtual, you will definitely profit or benefit from all the advantages, which we have, by the way, which we have described in our white paper for our ICO. So all these things are still there. We haven't forgot them, and we will build them. And more importantly, we're building them, let's say so, also in the background. And don't forget that with so many different projects, with so many different let's say entities, we are learning a lot. We have a crazy knowledge base of which we can transfer knowledge from one side to another and profit from these things. And this is, as I said, only the start, and we will grow with this. And basically together with you, with your feedback, with your effort, and of course with your help. This is how we do it. Good. Anything else? Any other questions? I don't see so far. I hope I answered some of yours. Okay, I think that's it. I think for now, that's it. Okay, good. Then, thanks a lot, guys, for joining in. And see you soon. And the next Q&A, I think I will have different news, let's say so, bigger news. But it definitely helps you, I think, as a community to know what's happening in the background, what's happening on NAGA Virtual. So, but there are lots of things happening, and in a good way. And yeah, as Ben said it also, you have to put trust in us, and you see us constantly delivering. You see us constantly delivering the changes on the platforms. You see constantly things are improving on a crazy fast pace. So stay tuned and see ya. Bye-bye.